Alright guys, we're back for yet another Bleach Brave Souls podcast, and this time around we have a lot more guests, so hey, how have you guys been? What up Extro, Tuki, Tony, Suruki, and my boy Lano? How have you guys been?
Man, you know the motherfucking vibes. We're out here summoning on banners and wasting orbs, baby. Come on.
I would never summon on a banner. I would never.
Oh my god, bruh. You guys not gonna introduce yourselves?
Yes. I thought Extra would go first.
Yeah, I'm questioning what's the order.
Go by Discord.
Alright, yo,
I'm so shy, you would never know that they've been content creators for years.
yeah, EXO, what's up? I guess that's my introduction.
Okay, next.
Hi, Tuki here. Happy to be here with the friends, sharing the Bleach Brave Souls experience one more time. And as Lano said, summoning here in 1000-year Blood Warfare banned after 1000-year Blood Warfare. So let's speak about the evil Mama Caleb. Come on.
Heyo, I'm Tsurugi. Okay.
The game.
Okay. Heyo, same shit. Heyo, I'm Tsurugi. Creating the same content just like the other people. Playing the game. GG's.
Yep. Tony, you not gonna say anything?
I said I'm here with the gambling addicts.
Okay, we just didn't hear you. Alright. So yeah, we're back again with yet another episode of the podcast. We were supposed to do one last month, but I figured we may as well wait it out until we got the new content out, and that's pretty much what we're here to discuss among the topics. There's just gonna be a lot to talk about, and there's gonna be timestamps throughout the video, so for those that are watching it after the video is premiered, you guys can pretty much choose to use the timestamp to see what we're talking about and stuff. So yeah, I think with the introductions out of the way, we can go and start talking about some of the topics that we have relisted. So the first one, I think we need to talk about the actual SA2s in which we get buffs and debuffs. What do you guys think about these type of essays?
Extra?
To be honest, as like like how they do like sharpshooter and it's like melee, like Parasol Rukia, it's not good at all. But they fixed it for like Toshiro's third essay and all that, so I really have no problems with it.
Yeah, I kinda share the same feeling to be fair about the abilities. I think it's fine. You know, as long as like it gives you some type of penalty like the cooldown penalty, you know how it's like a little bit longer than usual attacks, but it provides something, you know, and it works properly how it should. Like for an example, for a melee unit to have like a melee attack, I think that's fine. But if it's a ranged one on a melee unit, now that one is a little bit, you know, problematic, I would say.
Parasol Rukia.
Biggest gripe is that it's a heal, the most useless SA2, and it's counts as the melee attack. Like why?
Bro,
There's no use for
what
it.
about you, Tuki? How do you feel about it?
Okay.
I missed the homing vortex of Aizen. They did new vortex on Grammy, and that was cool. Like, wow, new strong attack, finally. It's not the same vortex as always.
We're talking about buffs and debuffs, heals, those type
Like
of
buffing
attacks,
abilities, like
yeah.
boost.
Suiphone have the best boost attack. I am in love with the Suiphone boost.
Yeah, I like it as well. I think it's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the beam is nice, yeah.
Definitely.
Plus, she has the extra recharge built in, so that way you get it back a little bit faster.
Yeah.
I like the fact that she has like a lunge with a lot of range, so you can make up for like missing enemies on the side from her SA2.
Yeah. Now, I do want to add a little bit of context here. What if I told you guys that we've had boosting SA2s where characters would be able to proc status elements? I'm not
On
kidding.
who?
Believe it or not, I've been told by actual fans and friends about it, and we've actually had characters like the Power Parasol Grimjow, who has a strong attack that can boost, but also be able to inflict status elements. Like, hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
That's tough. What the hell?
Yeah,
I did not notice that.
He's a
Me neither.
Stamina recovery. No, DR Link.
It's the one with the normal tech and DR, by the way. He's actually able to proc paralysis on that SA2.
Normal
and that's a
attack
boost
and
in
DR.
attack.
So like which Grimjaw is it? Like the Mind
The
One
red-
OG?
The red Parasol Grimjaw, the OG one from
Oh,
like
Parasol.
2015,
Oh.
2016.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That we used it on the Spada a long time before.
Yeah.
Yeah, my point that I want to come up with this is, since we're actually seeing a rise with the SA2, with being able to buff again, because if you guys notice, throughout like, I don't know how long, we weren't getting that many characters that were SP leads that could provide boosts, debuffs, heals, etc. Now that we're kind of going back to that era, I feel like this should not be a good excuse for K-Lab to actually do more of these second draw attacks where they can boost but not be able to proc status element. And that's kind of like the biggest problem right now with the most recent 1000-year blower Rukia. On top of being given an SA2 that just doesn't fit her kit style, it's just terrible how you give a unit that can proc ailments an attack that does not proc ailments. You guys know what I mean?
As not
Plus no EX skill, no EX skill like Soy Fun, so it's like she's also at a big disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so
EX skill of Suifon?
Yo,
That one can proc paralysis.
Let Tuki talk.
No, yeah.
Trying to talk.
Okay.
I mean, Suifon still have the disabler versus the enemies, and the strong attacks cooldown recharge team party, so she's using a strong attacks like 24/7. We have a very bigger problem like as not have the barrier, have the proc, don't have the disabler, and you maybe clear 4 maps without proc a single time, and it's like, okay. Wait.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, that as well. And we're also keeping into account the shields, because those don't generally proc ailments too. And we have characters with that.
The point
Yeah, I
is
mean-
they are doing just nowadays character with disabler. All characters have disabler. If they need to proc Squad Zero, Soul Reaper disabler. If they need to proc Hollow disabler. If they need to proc human disabler. For affiliation. So nowadays we are getting that skill every banner or close to every banner.
I'd like to add something on that. So Grammy's EX skill can inflict status elements, and it's a boost and debuff, so that's also something to note.
Isn't it also guaranteed? Isn't that EX move guaranteed to proc as well?
I mean,
Yeah,
you still
but
have an
it's
increased
still-
ailment chance.
Yeah, it still procs Frenzy 3 and then what's it called?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Frenzy doesn't affect it, but it's just like inflicted chance against hollows higher.
Yeah, exactly.
My big thing too is like when I see that on like a character, where a character will have like a boost or a debuff or a barrier or a heal, and they don't have a status element.
Holes
But
in
like,
that so
I'm
much.
gonna use Parasol Rukia as an example for this. Like, I hate seeing it because she's very clearly a high DPS character whose job is to proc a lot. Like, they built her whole kit around it, even with her SA1, like all her skills, all that. But then you're also gonna make it harder for her to do it. Like, if there's one thing I notice, like with BBS when it comes to units, I'm okay with give and take. So when I say give and take, I'm okay with if like a unit is really strong, but they have like a certain flaw that like kind of tones them down a little bit. My problem is, I don't understand why K-Lab insists on doing it, and then they'll do it to like the 1000-year Blood War Rukia, and then they'll allow a unit like Owetsu to exist. If you're that concerned about my damage and you're trying to nerf it, don't ever make a character like Owetsu. Like, if that's their justification for doing it, then their justification doesn't make any fucking sense.
I think the
turn around and let one guy do it but not the other, then that's kind of fucking dumb.
Oh, my bad that I interrupted you. But I just wanted to like add more in there. I think like comparing Rukia and Oetsu is like the only justification is that like in Oetsu's case he was a 2-unit end of the month banner, and the guy was the other guy, right? Like the healer. That was normal attack, right? So they had to make Oetsu like kind of good in a sense, with like less flaws to sell the banner. But right now we had a Byakuya, we had a Brave Battle unit, after the Brave Battle update as well. So like,
that's kind of true. My only thing though is like, it sucks because in Rukia's case, she's specifically made for GQ, and in GQ everybody here who plays GQ knows you want the proc. You want the
Yeah.
good run, proc. You don't
Yeah.
proc, you don't get the good run. Owetsu only gets away with it because he's a purity character.
Yeah.
Like my point is less that like he's really strong. My point is more so you realistically can't find a flaw in Owetsu outside of nitpicking the fact that if someone procs, he loses damage, kind of, I guess. But like
Yeah.
with Rukia, it's the case of this is straight up making her like significantly weaker because not only does it not proc, it's not even a good strong attack. And what's even worse, the strong attack they used on the SA2 is a strong attack that's specifically made for procking.
Oh my
that's
god,
not-
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the
It's not a
4-6
960,
type of
yeah.
attack.
Talking
Exactly.
about. It's
Yeah.
just not good.
So ass-backing. Why would you give me an attack whose specific job is to proc and then you make it impossible for me to proc? That doesn't make any sense. And you can't even justify that really. Because
Yeah.
like if it was like a 960, okay, you can kind of like you can make an excuse for that a little bit. If it's a beam like Soifon, yeah, you can make an excuse for it. Because although you're not procking, it's still a good strong attack.
Yeah, that's
So you can still make use of it.
Yeah, that's kind of my whole point, because I just want them to make these SA2s be able to proc status element. Like, I know every character is not going to get an EX move. It's very apparent and it's very noticeable. Like, forget 9th anniversary, because that was the presentation of the new power creep, the new meta, and it made sense that we literally got 4 characters with an EX move. And then after that, just Owetsu had the EX move, and then during the anime return campaign, it was just Byakuya. Not even Rukia was given an EX move.
Yeah.
If you want to introduce the SA2 being able to boost, one, stop making the BS essays where you give characters that are, strong attacks that are meant to proc, but not do that, and just make them be able to proc status elements. Like, come on. It's just so stupid.
Oh, and to add to it a little bit, the thing that makes it worse, why it bothers me so much, is because the options for leads in most of these GQs, it's only 1 unit or maybe 2.
Yeah,
To be
exactly.
honest. So like when characters have flaws like that, it's worse. Like for instance, right? I use my GQ run for this Nightmare GQ as an example. Bro, True Shikai, stupid strong. OP ass unit. I don't think I have to explain that to anyone in here or anyone even watching. We've already seen it. That unit is ridiculous. The fact that he's still being considered top 3 heart units almost a year later in the kind of meta where like people get replaced like every 2 months, impressive. His flaw, well, he clearly doesn't proc enough.
His berserk is low.
I need to have Mighty Masculine there to help him out. Like, and he's supposed to be an incredibly strong unit. But like they kind of just nerfed the multipliers. So like he ended up getting a flaw that he never had to begin with because they went out of their way to nerf him. And that's what I mean when I'm like the give or take. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Also,
Yeah.
okay, everyone is here. Okay, all right. I thought Tony disappeared for a second.
For clarification on that, basically Melee Sternritter Guild Quest used to be a ×5 GQ multiplier. Now, with the fact that they've completely separated every single killer, it is now a ×3 damage rule. Just to put into context, Kushikai, at match transcended, he would be able to get 54-55 seconds remaining. Now, the fact that it's ×3 and very hard, he gets like around 51. 51 max. So that's why.
By the way, it's ×2 now.
No.
it's
The
×3.
boss killer GQs like Captain Espada, all of those are 3, and the others like mobs like are 5. Like
Yeah.
no affiliation and stuff.
I
Yeah.
sworn yesterday when I got on, I saw that it was 2, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck am I? What?"
I don't remember seeing it too.
You're probably getting yourself mixed up with the killer effect, the melee damage, and not the killer effect rule.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Even then, like ×3 is really bad.
Yeah, it's like Kenpachi versus Gremmy when they first dropped. He looked like he was terrible, and then Gremmy looked way better, but because they cucked him.
Yep.
It's basically Caleb's way of saying "fuck you."
Which doesn't make any sense because like I had a conversation with a friend of mine in Reversi. You guys have probably met him before. You've probably seen him in the chat. So I had a chat with him where I was like, I don't understand why Caleb wants to die on this hill of like making a unit worse on purpose if you're gonna turn around and make another unit perfect.
Thousand-Year Blower Rookie as well too. Bad
Like
placements.
that mentality doesn't make any sense to me because like it isn't founded in anything really logical. It's just kind of random, and like not only is it kind of random, they just insist on doubling down on it. And I don't. If they could explain it or if they can make it make sense, then like I really wouldn't question it that much. But it doesn't actually make any sense. Like if your job is to sell me this unit for this week, why are you making them weaker during that week? Why the fuck would I summon for this unit? I might as well just skip.
People are calling Kenny trash because there's only times 2 damage and you look terrible versus when Grammy was just like destroying at 1-5 and Kenny you had to like brute force.
And the border to say it every single time, explain it every single time is kinda kind of annoying because there are a lot of people that are gonna question it and ask and stuff like that. And bro,
before that GQ, I didn't know it was that big of a difference. I genuinely didn't know that the time 3 times 5 was that massive of a difference. Maybe run actually, but yeah, it's you do it, you're like, oh my god, what happened?
I'd like to
Why
ask
is this a
something.
thing?
So
like it confused. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Extra.
So Ken Pachi was the only character to like do better guild quests on like ranged Espada compared to like Misaki and all that.
Yeah,
it was insane.
Yeah,
but see that proves the point even more because like, how would you know that he is that good? Even though he is that good, you should be able to tell on paper just by a glance that like he is that good, but you can't tell because they're nerfing him in game on purpose. Like that is weird to me. It's weird as fuck, and like it doesn't make any sense, especially considering as a business you're trying to sell me a character. I'm not summoning for a character that's going to do worse than my other character that's weaker than them. I will never be tempted to summon for that. Every time I see it, I'm just like, what the fuck? Ew.
And also adding... go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to add, Kenny also had a Ruth because the third boss was fucking tech.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Tsurugi.
So I wanted to say, like, you know, how Leno was mentioning like GQ with Kenny and stuff like that, right? And you don't know like if he's gonna be strong or not, right? I think that's another like thing in the game that like right now we don't really have a place to test units. You know, okay, they look cool, you know, they look nice, you see the gameplay, you know, they have good skills, stuff like that. You know, you see like the damage as well, but like realistically, like the only place where you can actually see if the unit is good or not with every buff being active is guild quest, right? Or maybe limit breaker if the unit is specializing in limit breaker and has the killer against the mobs. But in Kenny's case, right, like he's a Spada killer, so you kind of need to wait for the GQ to come out just to be kind of disappointed because they are nerfing him a little bit. You would normally go into like co-op and stuff and test units, but you can't really do that anymore because like, you know, link slot trials are kind of easy. Like they are very easy. Like recently I've been playing like normal attackers and like Kensei, Mask, Sajin, and you do 2 attacks with like defense build, you know, 1-5, 2-5, doesn't really matter too much. You do kill the mobs very, very easily. So you can't really even test like higher damage units like Uetsu or Kenny, you know.
Yeah, these quests are so easy. They actually brought Arpuk Ichigo in here, who was a character before the 6th anniversary, basically plays like a 5th anniversary character, and he just mopped the floor in Link Slot Trials. That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying this for a while now, and I'm so glad Tsurugi brought it up. Because like, realistically, the only thing you could see in most of these units is their damage. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of you don't like hearing this, but I don't care. Bro, just hitting really hard does not make you a good unit. Parasol Rookie is a perfect example of that. She hits stupid fucking hard. She hits dumb hard. But like, it's hard to tell if she's good or not because they do stuff that like actively makes her look worse. And then the easy content that you use her in, everything is so weak. Who gives a fuck that her damage is that high? I'm just gonna bring someone who's faster with better strong attacks, even if they have less damage. And
I kind of wish you could.
Oh, sorry.
I kind of wish you could playtest characters in their guild quest. That should be what playtest is. You bring them in solo. You can choose their dupe level, and then you can just see how they perform.
True, that would actually be really good. Or just introduce some kind of new quest.
Well, that way you don't have to summon, like because Masaki. If you could playtest that unit before she dropped or before you summoned, would you have summoned?
Maybe. Depends.
For Ishin.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
Shin, yeah.
But would you have went for Masaki?
For a completely different reason, though. Yeah, I was about to say.
Still
would you have
yes,
went
40% SP boost.
I don't use that link.
I don't use it either.
I mean, I just
Yep.
prefer
All
retarded
you
overlay.
know is when I was summoning for that power of Masaki, one of my hands was 100% on my lap, for sure.
Bruh.
Looking for your wallet, right? You're looking for your wallet.
Yeah, I'm looking for a wallet of a type. Yeah, it holds some change.
When do we get Milf Masaki in the game, man?
I do want to go back on the topics. We haven't talked
Or
about the
Uri's
debuffs, but we can finish this current one that we just brought out of nowhere. But it's all good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my bad. I'm just being distracting. Yeah, but that's like the status ailment problem on these attacks. My other problem too is, and we're gonna move on. It's debuffs and the functionality of debuffs and how they genuinely, and I mean this, they genuinely don't make any fucking sense and they're ass.
I mean,
I'll
I'll
die on that hill.
yeah, it's just for brave battles. It's
And-
not
and
good
epic
for
grades.
I guess.
What about a Soul Bomb debuff like Meninas's?
No, that's not.
I think that'd be cool.
I don't care about that because, like, well, actually, I do care
Yeah,
about
I'm
it.
just saying, I think that'd be
It's just brave battles only though. Like you're not gonna use Meninas anywhere else.
No, I'm saying like if you got a SP unit like Kenpachi, imagine he had the same Soul Bomb as Meninas.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
you could
definitely
still-
say.
Yeah, that would work. That
Yeah,
would
I'll
work.
definitely. Hold
We already have a
on.
unit that
Excuse
fills
me.
that
Go on,
niche.
Lino.
We already have a unit that fills that niche, and we know how that works. So, so there are two types. So you have the Uryu debuff Soul Bomb, and then you'll have the Bankai Shuhei debuff Soul Bomb. So Bankai Shuhei's debuff Soul Bomb debuffs by 80%.
Damn.
7th anniversary Uryu's only does it by 50.
Wait,
But
they
like the
nerfed it?
problem is less. Yeah, you remember that was a whole thing with Uryu where they were like, "Oh yeah, it's 50% instead of 80."
I
Like that was a leak.
did not know
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Yeah,
It is.
I never knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then Meninas is 70, isn't it?
Huh?
Isn't
That one I
Meninas
don't
70 as well?
I'm sorry. Let
That
me
one
do
I
a
don't
little
think.
research.
No,
That has to
I
be.
don't know, actually.
I don't know, but I'm assuming it's like the max value for her.
Alright, I'm getting
The max value
Mininya.
so far is 80. So my big problem with that attack, just in general, it only applies to the first wave of enemies it hits. So even if you one-shot someone, the other parts of the debuff, like you would assume the other hits in your soul bomb would apply it. No.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I mean,
kinda
it would just be
why-
for GQ.
Yeah, but
Overall,
overall,
so easy. Just use it in GQ.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and also it would be useful. You know, it's like something extra. It's not bad. Like you do it, you know, in like limit breaker or whatever against the bosses. Is it bad? Right? You have like something else in your
Yep.
kit.
No, it
It's
isn't.
nice.
But I'll definitely say debuff kind of feels wasted for the most part for like a lot of the units. Like if you give the unit debuff, its real usage is going to be in like braid battles and epic raids. Realistically
Or
speaking.
unless the unit is a buffer at the same time, like Shinji,
True.
because
But
but it's
have we
rare though.
seen-
That's super rare.
Yeah, have we
Like-
seen an actual character that can buff and debuff at the same time, not including
Ju-
Grammy's EX
just-
move?
just say
Yeah,
Grammy.
just Grammys.
No, it's-
Yeah,
Yes.
we don't have that. So, like, at the end of the day, I just wish that they would do some kind of revamp to it. Like, make it so once you debuff enemy mobs, it applies to all waves, and it will be for the character that is still active and around and will last 20 seconds like a regular boost. Like,
But let me-
Tsukishima, like, that guy, he's still solid in guild quests, but I don't like how it's only for, like, one wave. Alright, go on, Shirogi.
I wanted to ask, you know, about this like all waves type of like thingy change, right? If you do that, I think the main reason why you wouldn't do that is because arena is a thing in the game. If you do the debuff attack and it applies to every wave, what if like, you know, that would kind of like mess up arena because every wave that spawns would be debuffed, no?
So
Or
I have
until
the
you
first
die,
answer to that,
no,
and
if I'm
glad
correct.
I'm-
But then again, there's...
Wait, hold on.
Go on, Leno.
I'm glad he asked that because like he asked something that I was gonna follow up with. So to answer your question, no, because all a debuff is, it's a multiplier like a boost is, but in opposite.
Yeah.
It's still just a multiplier. Like that's all a boost does. A boost just multiplies your stats. Like the only difference is the debuff multiplies against the enemy stats,
Yeah,
but the
negates
interaction
it.
is exactly the same because the value for both is the same. It's 33%.
Yeah, I get it, but like what I said is like if they would change the debuff to apply every wave, wouldn't it be bad in
That's what I
arena?
was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. It would work the exact same way than if you used the boost and there was a NAD character on your team. That guy's defense is naturally higher, just because like of all that. So you can imagine like he's ranked 10 and he has everything maxed out. Like that buff from the boost does do the exact same thing that the debuff would have done.
Yeah.
It gives him 33% more defense. The only difference was the debuff would have been a 33% multiplier against their defense. So it would be the exact same thing. That's why I'm confused as to why they're treating them like they're different when in functionality they work the same. It doesn't make any sense.
By the way, Lionel, just to correct you on that, I checked on BBS Simulator. It's 33% less defense. So on Uryu, it was just Shuhei giving out an 80% debuff, while Uryu Mininya 33%. So yeah, they nerfed it. Yeah, 33. Yeah.
No wonder it was so fucking dog shit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Okay, I think we can move on to the next one. Like, we're 26 minutes in, and that was only the first topic. Oh my god.
We should speed up. Maybe just a bit.
Alright, let's talk about the farming content. Is everybody satisfied with what we got for, like, the entire content revamp for both single player and co-op? I want to know y'all's opinions.
Shall I start
Go down
first?
the line. Yeah, actually, you go first. Or I guess
Alright, so... E, you want to go death or me?
I guess I'll go first. I don't mind. So, here's my overall opinion. Thank you that now single-player quests now actually has some form of value, just so that way you can actually take advantage of being able to farm on your own when you don't have the time to sit down, play co-op, and do everything. Like, sure, you can... I don't know, for when it comes to co-op content, bring 8th Anniversary Ichigo and then slap on the Super Link Slot Potion link. But guess what? Sometimes you just can't have your phone active all fucking day while you're doing something important and expect to leave your on to auto for like the entirety of the day. So having it in single player quests and the fact that you can do times 10 runs, it's really good. And the fact that it also diversifies as well with the co-op aspect giving more link slot potions and droplets, I think it's still quite healthy for the game. It really does help out with being able to farm everything that you would need, and it also fixed the whole problem that Enriched Droplet Zone had, where it had so many freaking unnecessary quest areas just to farm a specific droplet. Instead, it's by attribute. You go in, you do speed only, get power potions, droplets, super potions, you get that done. I think it's overall really nice, and I do like it. My only problem with it, I just kind of wish there were a bit more different quests to it, because now we're almost a month into it as we have gotten the co-op quests, and I kind of wish that it would rotate every now and then. But I am very happy that they also have removed the immunities to the mobs, so now every unit is viable, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Alright, Extra, go on. I think you should state your opinion.
Yeah, I have like almost like the complete opposite. I actually hate this co-op update. It's just so terrible. Like I like never farm it like ever at all, cause like all the rooms are open. It's super hard to fill up the lobbies, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm just too lazy to like grind it. Like compared to IT, I never grind this events, and I like need like materials and all that, but it's fine. It's whatever. I don't like it.
That's fair.
Oh, actually, that's a very interesting point. I'm actually glad you said that.
It's so ass.
You're good, Tony?
Are we skipping over Tuki or what?
Yeah, Tuki, you haven't been talking. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I'm so sleepy.
I went to bed.
I'm happy with that update, mainly for the co-op. That makes that we can grind the super potions of each attribute when we wish. We don't need to wait the day to grind that. And that's a really good update, at least for my part.
Oh, that too, which I forgot to mention. Oh, sorry, go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
The other point is not about that update, but it's related with that stuff about potions and droplets and everything that is more or less what we was speaking about update, and I'm really happy of the previous bonus update, the daily achievements update that you receive droplets, potions, and super potions every day. That's really cool. I mean, I'm not missing potions or droplets since long time for that daily amount. So that's a good stuff, Caleb. But they are evil in the 1,000 Year Blood Warfare banners.
That's so true.
Oh my god, man.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah, go, Tony.
Well, I mean, I don't really care for the Linkshot trials. Like, I like the Droplet Edition, but the Super Linkshot potion is literally less. Like, I had a full lobby of Mininosses and whatnot, and I still was getting 45 potions for Super Pots. That's awful. Like, we were getting 70 to 80 before, but now it's terrible. So I just farm single player. I don't touch co-op anymore. And since it's five lobbies, nobody joins. There's extreme co-op right now. People do that. There's 5 lobbies. You couldn't get a lobby in Epic Rates before because there was 5. Or they did 5 lobbies a day. It's terrible. And I like the droplets. That's honestly the only thing I care for in the co-op. So unless I'm streaming, lobbies are never full.
Yep.
It should have just been one. Monday through Friday is a set, only one color. So mine, speed, tech, whatever. And then Saturday and Sunday, go wild. Have all 5 open, whatever. I don't know. That way you can farm whatever you need on that specific day if you have the weekend off. I think that would have been better, but...
I like it. I think it's not bad. I like the idea as well that everything is open and stuff, but just like what you guys said as well, it's it's not gonna fill up, right? People are just not gonna join like that, right? One guy is searching for blue potions, the other one is going for red. They're not gonna find each other, even though they want to play the game mode. Other than that, though, I mean, the rewards I think are are making a lot of sense. They took away a little bit of supers, but you get everything else. It's fine, makes sense to me. But yeah, I mean, it's no diff. For me, it's no diff. I like it. I think it's okay. But I still want endgame content instead. This one is easier to farm. You will farm a lot of them, stuff like that if people are joining. I get it, but yeah, I personally want something else to farm.
Yeah.
I wonder if they could have just merged all the lobbies, and then if you want to search for a lobby, it just says the attribute color next to it. So that way, searching for an attribute is all in the same room. But all of them are still active. I think that would help more than having every single one individually searching.
Or have a filter when you're entering the join lobby option. Have a filter that filters by attribute. How you would filter your units in your inventory, and you see the
5 different search tabs, and how laggy this game is. I'd close the game. I'm not good, bro. It takes me 30 seconds to even go to join a room. I found a room. It's real. I'm joining him.
So these are all really great talking points, and I would like to present or offer this perspective, right? I agree with a lot of these points because from the very beginning, when I had mentioned this in the previous episodes, I always look at this as a bit of a double-edged sword, just because yes, you're making it easier to farm in general, but it's also harder to farm in general. So what do I mean by that? So in single player, way easier. So for people like me, this is fucking perfect, dog, because I don't like I said, I don't always have time. I record videos, I don't even upload them because I don't have enough time to edit. I gotta go to work, I gotta get out of here. I don't always have time. So for me, this is perfect. But for someone who genuinely enjoys sitting down on a game and playing the game, I can understand the frustration, but I think it's less because all colors are available. I think it's because there's just too much shit to farm just in general. There's just way too much. The fact that EX Co-op and Brawl Quest was barely 4 days apart, insane work. And then keep in mind, that's not even counting the fact that you have to do 1,000 tickets or 1,000 slotted runs with a Quincy character to get a ticket, and then you still got to turn around and do 150 Brave battles. It can be a lot. It can be a lot, bro. So I think a lot of it has less to do with just the fact that it just got buffed or nerfed. I just think there's just too much going on in the game, and I think they need to decide how they want to manage co-op without overloading the players. Because I'm very happy they have a lot more rewards, but I do think it can be a little overwhelming for a lot of players who aren't as much of like a crackhead as me or like Death or something, where we're just gonna play everything. So like I hopefully that the perspective makes sense, but I think that's the wider problem here. I think it's less that like they changed it and more that they're doing too much.
I've seen people complain saying it's too complicated now. I don't see it personally, but I mean, if you just don't play every day, I assume it might seem complicated. I don't know.
I still get people asking, how do I upgrade characters? So, like, for some of them, it can be really confusing and stuff. And,
yeah, but that's like
I'll
new players.
Yeah.
This is someone I've seen comment on all my videos for the past like 6 months.
Oh, yikes! Oh,
I was like,
okay, that one is that person's issue. You know, like that one is like it is.
I've seen it multiple times though. I'm like,
okay, like I don't know. Then maybe we are just doing a bad job presenting the game. You know, like
Maybe I am doing a bad job as well.
Well, not necessarily. One of the big things that like you guys should always remember is like this game is volatile when it comes to like maintaining like player retention, and also this game is re-roll friendly heavy as fuck. So a lot of the same people just keep remaking accounts without ever learning about the game. They're just summoning a lot.
I mean,
I never did it. I just started my account 7 years before and never started the second one.
Yep.
I only
Smart
did
man.
alts, but besides that, I never re-rolled whatsoever because I'm gonna be honest, the only time you ever really want to re-roll is if you're trying to get a specific character, and then once you get that character, you just go on, but don't re-roll because I'm gonna be honest. Rolling in this game, every single month, it's like, what are you gonna get out? You're just gonna lose more value out of your account when you need more characters over time, or when it comes to content you want to go in.
yeah, there is Limit Breaker, there is Guild Quest,
army
links,
accessories.
resurrection units, accessories, stuff like that. Like the only person that would reroll consistently is someone, you know, who just I don't know, like plays for like a little bit. Maybe they like how the units are looking like, and maybe that's it. I don't know. Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
But not to drag this on, because we do need to move on to the next talking point, because we've been recording for a while. I'm sure it's been about like 30-something minutes, like 40 minutes.
37.
37? Alright, our next talking point is, what does the word meta mean to you boys? And I want to go between all of you, and I want you to give me your true and honest definition of what you consider meta to be. And for BBS in particular, what does a unit need to be in order to be a meta character?
So meta is being best in slot for like mainly Guild Quest and Limit Breaker. Literally anything else other than PvP, Limit Breaker, and Guild Quest is irrelevant. This game is heavily focused on competitive Guild Quests. Limit Breaker is there, it's not really needed. PvP, yeah, sure, you can summon for PvP units, but that's my term in meta.
Now, going over the term meta, mainly what Extro said, but I'm gonna give a bit more context. You need to have really good strong attacks. You need to have a really good design. You better not have any of the BS flaws, like having boosting attacks but not being able to hit, or being able to proc, or being unable to proc. Let me correct myself on that. And a good set of skills that can actually work out nicely to be meta. Otherwise, you're just going to be a failed design unit that is just going to struggle for the content you're designed for. And it's very heavily reliant on Guild Quest, because how do you get most of the orbs? How do you get most of the rewards? It's in Guild Quest. That's how mainly a lot of endgame players get their orbs nowadays. So pretty much that's what meta means to me.
Okay. Tuki? Or...
For me, meta means anniversary. Every anniversary we got PvP, Brave Battle, new meta, new character, that it's the best one. And also on the SP terms too, on the 6th anniversary was Aizen with the Frenzy plus 2, and we was getting characters Frenzy plus 2 during the year. The next one, the 7th anniversary was the Ichigo and the Uryu with the SP up, and continuing with the Frenzy plus 2. Then later, the Frenzy plus 2 with the SP up on the 8th anniversary. And now this year the Frenzy plus 3, and we are getting the Frenzy plus 3 only Guild Quest characters till we will get the Frenzy plus 3 characters. So anniversary is meta. It's the new skills or the broken stuff that they are managing in game with the X attacks also this 9 anniversary. So 10 anniversary, be ready.
I mean, end of year is also a thing, Tuki, as well. So you gotta take that in mind.
Yeah.
Tony, Tsurugi, meta.
I mean, basically just the best in slot in Guild Quest overall. This is my short, brief one.
Okay. Yeah, amazing performance in a specific task. Just like what the other people said. You know, like if you are meant to be a Link, then be a Link and be like amazing right there, right?
Okay.
You know, if you're meant to be like carrying GQ for one specific killer, be the best one at that, right? And it can have flaws, right? And for me, for me, it's perfectly fine to have flaws on the unit as long as they are the best ones that I need to use right now, you know?
Okay. All right. See, these are all fair answers. I agree for the most part, like on pretty much all these. The only way I'd say I'd change anything is just how I describe it. To me, meta is just anything that makes your experience in the game objectively better. So, like, for instance, right? Like, a crystal jewel drop link to me is meta because when you're a beginning player, what do you need more than anything else before you can even touch pots, crystals, and jewels?
Yeah.
That is meta. So for me, if you're a link that makes my life easier, like a droplet link, you're meta to me. You might not be meta in terms of strong attacks and meta in terms of damage, but you're definitely meta in terms of real world application, being that you make me have to use less tickets, you give me more drops. That's just objectively meta. Same thing with like GQ, because like I consider different types of meta. So like I consider GQ meta, Brave Battle meta, or what you call it, just PvE content. That's why sometimes you'll hear me say things like, "Oh, I think the Brave Battle character might be the most meta one in the banner," because he might just be the strongest one pound for pound for what they're made for. So that's meta to me. It's just like, it's not just being strong, but it's just like how easy you make the experience in the game.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and going on the topic of crystal jewels, yeah, power juice hero basically.
Yeah.
I think we can move on to the next topic. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is gonna be GQ skills becoming a bit too prevalent. So this is gonna talk about the SP characters and the NAT characters getting skills only suited for guild quests. So any one of you guys can start first. I want to hear y'all's perspective. First things first.
Yeah, I can start. That's sad. At least for me, that's sad that, for example, Rukia is a Guild Quest character. A lot of players was expecting and waiting the Rukia Mankai remake, and they find a Guild Quest character that, well, is not good at all. So the Guild Quest skills like Frenzy plus 3 in Guild Quest, Flurry plus 3 in Guild Quest, Killer in Guild Quest, Damage extra in Guild Quest. I think that it's good if you are a Guild Quest player focused, but probably a lot of players don't care about Guild Quest or don't care so much. So I don't like it, and sometimes I feel sad for the fans. For example, I know that Tsurugi is a very good Uryu fan. If we got a Guild Quest Uryu only, gonna be like, why only Guild Quest?
Arena only Uryu. Arena only
Yeah,
Uryu.
that's pain. It's actually pain.
So
my God.
I'm not agree. I'm not agree with that, and I'm not agree with Caleb in a lot of terms, but that's one of the bad things to make a new unit broken only for Guild Quest. Imagine new Kisuke 1000 Year Blood Warfare remake only for Guild Quest. Okay, that's gonna be sad. At least.
And that would be like the better scenario as well. What if it's Brave Battles? Then it's GG's.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
You
also
know?
that.
Then it's GG's. Because at least, like, you know, you have like Swimsuit Bambi, you have like the new Candy, stuff like that. They have like 5 GQ skills or 3 or 4, doesn't really matter, right? They are still okay, like you still can play them, right? Like, but if it's Brave Battles, GG's. Like, you know?
Wait. How true is that though? Because like I've heard that sentiment like a lot, but how true is it really? Because like and the only reason I say that is how many of the Brave Battle characters can you use outside of Brave Battles and like they're actually good? Not like, I just don't want to use them, but like they can actually perform. Because I'm pretty sure
Reggie's not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Saji and Reggie not bad.
Pretty good. The old Sajin, even Yuha, because he has the walking vortex, all that stuff. Like,
yeah,
these characters weren't bad, but I don't know.
If I were to describe one character that you can't really make too much usage in Guild Quest, that is that and is Yama immune to paralysis? I don't remember if he is, but I think you can use him in Guild Quest.
Wait, which one? Which one? The
only brave battle one. The only brave battle one.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so he's not immune to paralysis. Yeah, that's a fucking fat rip then.
Let me check. Hold on. No. Let me double check myself.
I'm pretty sure he is. He's not immune to drain though against Yuha, but it's paralysis.
Okay, never mind. You can use him. Yeah. I definitely will say I feel like Orihime is kind of useless in brave battles because of the simple fact that you don't have the killer plus. She has no bruiser. But it's only a select few characters out of them. Like if you were to use Sajin, he's an effective character. As a matter of fact, he'll be better than freaking Chad, who has no freaking damage. And most characters that only have Flurry plus 1 with 20% bruiser, he still has Flurry plus 3. And that isn't really common to have Nat characters with Flurry plus 3 overall. So there's that. And then Renji has Stern Rider Killer plus. So, wait, no, Human Killer plus, excuse me. Never mind. That's actually still... He's basically a better Safi Sajin, realistically speaking.
Yeah, that's actually probably the most fair comparison.
Yeah, but Renji doesn't have any immunity whatsoever.
True. That's the only fucking annoying thing.
He won't be able to be used in Guild Quest properly.
My big thing with like them giving these characters like mostly just like a specific type of skill, like I don't mind it nearly as much as long as the character isn't completely useless outside of that game mode. But if there's one thing I cannot fucking stand when it comes to doing this, and Extra, you probably already know where I'm going with this.
Don't you dare, bro.
You know I got to say it's true, because you know it's true. I cannot stand the idea that this character is made for GQ and you're forcing me to use it in Limit Breaker Quest, and then we tell you not to do it because it was a terrible idea and you shouldn't have done it to begin with, and then you come back like 3 months later and do it again. I don't understand why Swimsuit Bambi would ever need to be a bonus for a Limit Breaker Quest. And I feel the same way about 1,000 Year Blood War Rukia. It's stupid as hell to me. These characters are made for GQ.
Can I stop you right there? At least for Rukia in this case, you didn't really need her. Any mind character works, so it's not really a fair argument.
No. For Rukia, my only point is that like even being a bonus seems weird. Because like, wouldn't you rather just keep using the characters you made specifically for this game mode as bonus? Yeah. Instead of using characters from other game modes for bonus? Like it just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. It's like, imagine like Sajin, the 1,000 Year Blood War Sajin that came out with Soifon and Toshiro was who you had to use in slot 2. And like you had to use him in slot 2.
That sounds awesome, bro. Not gonna lie.
Okay, but make him good. Make the rules match up and let him be able to kill mobs, and then I'd actually be okay with that.
I mean, he still has Captain Killer.
But you're not using that Limit Breaker.
Yeah, he doesn't have 20% killer effects.
No, that's not the question. He has no killer at all. That's the
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't even have any killer. Like the big thing that I'm saying is just that I don't understand like characters being made specifically tailored for one game mode and being presented as like the thing they're trying to sell for another game mode, but then that character isn't really good in that game mode. They're just manipulating the rules, creating false difficulty, and then making it seem that way. Opposed to like, just do a rerun with Kilgate, you fucking idiot. He's clearly made for this quest. Just sell him again. What?
Yeah. Also, speaking of Kilgate, at least when they brought back Bambi as the bonus, they did not restrict it to tech only, so like you still had access to Kilgate. Thank God.
Thank God. I was just still confused. I was just like, why is she even still a bonus to begin with? I'm like, what? This character is not made for this. Like, sure, she can't do it because she's strong enough, but like, I'm still missing an entire frenzy because that's locked behind a game mode that isn't this one. And then there's like another like 50% of her damage gone that I will never get access to because like it's locked in one game mode. But you're trying to sell me the character in this game mode. That's dumb.
Yeah. That and
Anybody else?
I did want to add something, but I was trying to remember. Honestly, look, with the GQ skills always becoming too prevalent, I also find it ridiculously stupid how, with a lot of the NAD characters, we're still stuck with Flurry +1, right? And
Yeah,
they're not even
Just with
bothering to doing
Tenjo.
Flurry +2, Flurry +3 in Guild Quest. That's never
Only
happened.
Tenjo
Yet
has
for
that.
SP
Tenjo has
units, they're doing that. No, Tenjo has Flurry +1.
No, he has Flurry +2 in Guild. Flurry +3 in Guild Quest is what I meant to say.
Oh, he doesn't. I can check right now.
Swear-
Let me
swear.
double check.
Swear,
I
bro,
mean,
what?
actually was just using him, I thought. How would he know?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the only one of them that actually has Flurry +3 in Guild Quest is the Mind Rukia and then the Mind Wonderwise. I'm pretty sure they're the only
No,
ones.
we don't
No,
have Flurry
it's-
+3 in
no.
Guild Quest.
Only
I
Sajin.
could have
Only
sworn
Sajin.
that
Mind
Rukia
Rukia is 2, Aizen
Yeah,
is 1.
there we go. Tenjo has Flurry +1, Flurry +2 in Guild Quests. There,
Yeah.
corrected you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, let me
got
see. I could have sworn that like one of the reasons I hated that Rukia was because she had like Flurry +3 and it was fucking
No,
getting me.
we never got
No.
that. Never.
No.
Flurry +3 was literally only for fucking brave battles overall. Like
Yeah, the only Flurry 3 right now that you will see in GQ is like Sajin, but his brave battles.
Yeah. And
I
even
don't
then,
get
there's a
that.
lot
Why
of
are they
characters that
trying-
have like a temporary Flurry +3.
Also,
10
adding.
seconds.
No, you go ahead, my bad.
But
Huh?
10
Oh,
seconds is only for brave battle.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's literally only. That's so whack. No, what I don't understand that's like actually just confusing me is just like why. What is with the insistence on making like SP characters as like broken as possible? Because I'm not even gonna say fun because fun is completely subjective, and I hate when people try to convince me SP characters are more fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
100% I agree.
It's so funny to me. But like they insist on making SP characters as busted as possible and then insist on making NAD characters as absolutely mediocre as possible. The only reason anyone thinks NAD characters are bad is because they don't make any more Tokinadas or Sakui Juchiros. Not die on that hill.
They stopped innovating NAD characters. They don't do new NAD strings anymore. The last time we had it was for like Sajin, but he's still a brave battle character at the end of the day. Like you're not getting most of his multipliers out until you're like at half stam, and you just don't get the attack boost. When was the last time we had the attack boost overall? Was Tech 1000 or Blur Aizen? He's
Can't
going
feel,
to-
you know, the guy, you know, the wizard Ulquiorra.
Yeah,
No.
Kakao.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wanted to like add to this topic this Flurry 1 juicer. I do think sincerely that before the Link Slot trial update, it was miserable to play normal attackers in co-op. But right now it's completely fine and it's even fun. Like it's even fun. I'm not even capping. Like for the past 2 months, I've been most of the times just playing normal attackers, like new thingies, like Kensei, like Mask, like Sajin, like Renji, stuff like that. You know, even older ones, and they are doing a beautiful job of clearing the co-op content. Why? Because it's easy. You know, so it's like, yeah, okay, it's fine. Right now, it's fine. It might be fun if you guys try it. You will see, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. You know, 100%. But right, like if they are adding something new, like a harder, you know, like co-op or a harder mission where you would like use more variety of units, then it's not gonna be fine
That shit's
because you
gonna go
don't have the
downhill
damage.
fast.
Yeah, you just don't have the damage anymore. Right now, you might have it. You know, it might be okay having like 80% normal attack, booster, you know, Flurry 1. It might be okay, you two-shot them. But in like 2 months, if they do like a new mission, then they are useless again, right? So like, it's like whatever. That's why I agree. You know, like just adding like Flurry 2 shouldn't be bad, man. Like no diff, like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Just yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gonna tell me you're gonna have a character with Frenzy +3, 100 Berserker on gauge, like almost 100 natural. No, it's like 120 natural Berserker, and then like some extra goofy ass modifiers on top of it, and then you're like, nah, but like Flurry +2, bro, nah, bro, that's too strong, bro. We can't do that, bro. Like, so what if this character has 2 full screens as a strong attack, and after using 3 strong attacks, he gets all 3 back immediately?
Alright, guys. Basically, here's a perspective. Imagine playing the new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. When you're playing as an SP character, you will feel like as if you're playing any type of OP fusion, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or even Ultra Instinct Goku, Whis, all those crazy characters. As for NAD characters, you will feel like as if you're playing as Hercule. That's literally the gist of it.
The coolest character in the game?
Most accurate one here.
It is. Seriously. Okay, I think we can move on to the next topic, unless you guys have anything else to add.
If you guys have anything you want to say? Yeah.
My bad.
Alright, 5-star plus accessories. How are you guys feeling about the quality of them?
They're mid so far.
I didn't expect more.
Yeah, it's super garbage, bro. I hate how we had to wait a whole entire month for a new batch, and the new batch is like useless accessories or terrible upgrades like the movement speed item that had so much potential to being the best accessory. I hate how it's locked to only Soul Reapers that's getting the buff, and then we'll have to wait for other affiliations to get it, even though they're the same thing. It's garbage.
Yeah.
That's probably my biggest gripe. Like, oh yeah, you can go.
Okay.
So go ahead, Tom.
I feel random. Sometimes we got the badge that is broken, the most broken 5-star plus accessory and the best speed item in game, close to. And another time we got useless. And another month, another useless. Maybe we need to wait 2 years to got all the accessories like the Spada chair, like the Quincy Cross, like the no affiliation item, the human item. I mean, it's very strange, but Kayla it's strange, so passion.
Yeah, it's gonna have the same effect, and then they're just delaying it for no reason.
Yeah. I will smash the chair once the spotted chairs get a fucking resurrection.
Oh my god.
Okay, Tony.
My biggest gripe is just that they're just taking way too long. It should take like a week for new accessories, to be honest. Like they slap red stars on it and change the text. But like, if they just did it every week, I wouldn't mind waiting. Like Soul Reapers 1 week, then the next wrong colors a spot or whatever. Doesn't matter. A whole month in between each one. And then the speed one, I don't really mind that much because it's like a limited item, so I didn't really expect much from that one. But I mean, if they just increase the movement speed, I don't think anyone would complain. I mean, obviously someone would complain, that one guy, but he's a Redditor, so who cares? But
yeah, like,
and then the hammers, bro. I'm so upset. There's like barely any hammers in that one event. Like there was like 20 golden hammers. Like, bro, it should have been like the Fate Go event. You farm everything you need for like 17 years and then never again.
God, yes.
Yeah.
Like you can redo the final box, but the final box is shit.
Yeah, it's so garbage.
Did Tsurugi and Leno talk? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention too much.
I'm going in the line.
My take on it is that I didn't expect more, and not really getting disappointed by these quote-unquote accessory resurrections. I think all of them are kind of whatever, and no diff really. Like you get like a little bit more damage or more utility, but it doesn't really change too much. Even the Soul Reaper badge, it gives you a little bit more damage, so what? Huh? So what? Like it's fine, it's whatever. It really doesn't change anything for me. And that's the reason why I don't really care about the hammers either. I know a lot of people do. They want to get more events, they want to get more hammers. I don't really care. Because even if I get more, like, what am I gonna max? If you know what I mean. Yeah. Like, what am I gonna max? I did my Yukis, I did my Soul Reaper badges. I guess, you know, getting a little bit of hammers to like, max the Quincy items in the future if they decide to do them. Or the Arankar ones. Yeah, okay. But it's... like, probably not gonna change, you know, too much. It's probably gonna be the same effect, just like you guys said. So yeah, I'm not really expecting anything. It's like no diff for me. But if people like it, that's cool.
My thing is like, all right. So if I'm being like objectively honest, the shit is ass. But I am a fair man and I am a truthful man. So give and take, right? My thing is like, for me to argue that like some of these are good, I have to play semantics, and I have to openly admit that. Like, chat, I have to admit it. In order to like say some of these 5-star pluses are good, I have to argue semantics, meaning I have to make up scenarios in order for this to seem better than it actually is, which at face value it's not that good. Like outside of the badges, The badges are the only really good thing. Like the Yukis, I like the Yukis. Don't get me wrong. I do like the Yukis and Puffles because they got rid of the negative effect. But even though realistically that's all they needed to be viable, to be meta, they needed to remove the focus debuff and then they needed to add more to it. Like if it, like imagine if they had they kept the value of the amount of attack or SP you get from a Yuki or Puffles is exactly the same. But now Yukis will give you an additional 20% more strong attack damage. And then then Puffles will also give you another 20% normal attack damage. That's way better. Way better. And that would actually make it genuinely meta and not just only viable. Like a lot of these accessories are viable, but they'd like, why the hell would I use the speed stick at 5-star plus when everyone's already dead?
I mean, no, that's for autoing only. Like, you're not using that anywhere else. And I love those speed sticks for autoing. Because this game's super hot, auto heavy.
That's what I mean. What did the upgrade really change? Because like the same thing is always happening. I'm not gonna die. Everyone gets one shot.
Yeah, I know. The update's terrible. I'd rather just have them like increase the movement speed. Like nothing else.
I honestly...
Well, they're getting gold. Gold increase or something.
I wish they actually would have added like recharge on that. Sounds weird, right? But like I like the number one thing I noticed, the faster your character moves, the actual worse. Because the AI is kind of stupid with how they use strong attacks. So you'll end up burning your strong attacks because you're too close. So like you'll miss enemies because you're too close to this guy and the proximity will activate and you'll hit the wrong person. So you don't always want to move too fast. But like if they, like let's say they added 5% more movement speed, but then they added like 10% recharge. Bro, that would have been gas. That actually would have been gas. Because that would make up for the difference for when you're using like a droplet link. Like my big thing with these accessories is like the upgrades aren't keeping in mind what kind of builds you're gonna have when you're using them to begin with. It's just kind of defaulting. It's like, oh, well, there's a headband of justice. Give him some resistance and give him some damage reduction. Like, wait, what? Don't need that.
I haven't talked about my point of view yet. So once you're done, yeah. Oh, now I can? All right. Yeah. Okay, so how I feel about the 5-star plus accessories, the actual accessory resurrections. I think they should actually do a bit more. Like one of you guys said, that it should be like once every week and not just like once every month. And out of all the 5-star plus accessories, the only realistically good ones are just the badges, the gold Yukis, and the gold Puffles. And of course the normal Puffles and Yukis. Like you can even choose to use the Puffles in Brave Battles again, and those would actually be really good. Getting more stamina and attack to make your unit more offensive, just to be able to take down the defensive motherfuckers like Chad, Tsukishima, any one of those guys. Thanks to that, you can take them down a bit more easily without having to sacrifice any type of stamina whatsoever. But the rest, I'm gonna be honest, they're not looking good. Like Extra said, the speed sticks, like they didn't really add much. What was it? Stam recovery? 16%. Is that it?
Yeah, stam recovery, yeah.
Yeah, how about 15% to normal attacks and strong attacks? Like, I think that would... Actually, no, that's a bit too much. 10% to strong attacks and normal attacks. That would be a bit more balanced overall.
Don't you do that. Owetsu exists. Don't you hold back. As long as Owetsu exists, we don't hold back. Say the number you meant. You say the number you meant.
But besides that... I just want them to just speed up the process so that way we can get all of the strong attack damage accessories. And I'm more so curious what they're gonna do once we get to the 50% SP accessories, because they can't just up the SP value. I'm gonna be honest, those 50% accessories, the reason why you don't see too many people using those over the pills in Guild Quest is because it's kind of dying down, because they don't offer any type of multiplicative value whatsoever. A lot of the newest characters that we get nowadays already get so much SP with the SP boost and all those ridiculous multipliers. So what do you do at the end of the day? Just add different values to your characters to make them stronger and not just more stats, because you're getting more stats anyways from proccing it.
Yep.
So that's why. And anything else I want to add to this? Oh,
can't wait till I add stamina to the SP item.
Please, Caleb, give more. I hate being extremely stingy with what I need to do. Like, right now, if I really wanted to, I can choose to get, like, another 2 more badges to 5-star plus for, like, heart, tech, speed, mind, power, whatever. Because I want to make sure that for every time I tackle on Limit Breaker quest, whenever I'm autoing stuff, I want my unit to do as much damage as possible. But guess what? I can't fucking do that because I need to save those golden hammers for better accessories that could be coming. And who knows if those are good, because the only thing that we're expecting them to be good are the strong attack damage items. And that's literally it. So Caleb, the silver hammers are cool, but fucking up the golden hammers. I don't care.
Or make the silver hammers useful.
Yeah,
I don't think I've used a single one.
I've never used them. That's the crazy
part. I have
part.
300. I have 300, bro.
I'm gonna tell you how many I have right now. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Let me tell you how that was always an option on the table that has been ignored all the way up until now. Yes. Just don't make silver so garbage. Stop making accessories that like require silver hammers. Be garbage.
It's an option. Like you can use gold or you can use silver hammers.
Yeah.
Like maybe make it plus 50 silvers.
Once you guys are
270. 270.
What the fuck? You hit the spot. I didn't even screen share. What the hell?
That's how many I have, so I just guessed the same amount. I have 270.
Jesus Christ. Congrats, you guessed it. Yeah, and 20 golden hammers, which again, I would use them, but Caleb is being stupidly stingy.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Wait, there was one. Oh, okay, yeah. Am I the only person that's like less bothered by the amount of hammers we get, just more bothered by how long it takes for these like to come out?
That would also be
equally for me. I'm gonna be honest.
Every other week, just drop like a big event to give some. I don't know.
Because I'm not nearly as bothered. Like, not to say that like I'm not bothered at all, but like I'm not nearly as bothered about like the lack of hammers as I am just like why is it taking a month to come out with like 5 useless accessories? I don't get that. That's confusing me. But like in terms of the hammers themselves, I think it's fine only because like it's the player inside of me that wants to work on and max everything out right away, that wants to have all these hammers. But the other side of me that's like, it's actually kind of good to have something to look forward to keep your retention. Because like if you work on everything, you're just gonna get off the game and you're not gonna get back on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Easily.
So like I'm less bothered by that, just more bothered by the fact it takes a month, and then when it finally comes out, that shit is submit. I'm just like, why?
The only thing I'm gonna give it credit to is for like new players. I can see this still being a good quest for being able to farm BBS accessories tickets and the 5-star ticket. Let's be honest. The more accessories you get for new players, the better. It'll allow people to get up to speed with that kind of stuff and get what they need.
Yeah.
The other thing I will say is, you know what? Kudos to you, K-Lab, because you guys didn't have to do it, but they did do it. They added a 5-star accessory ticket in the pool for the hammers and stuff. So if you
it's not a fake 5-star either, which is good.
Yep,
Sorry, just wanted to add.
So I got to give props where props is due, because nobody was really asking for that, and that was a nice little bonus they added in there. I rock with that. Free 5-star.
You can get like 4 of those a month. You can get like 4 of those a month. Log in, that thing, and then 2 punt events at 9 mil.
Yep. That's super generous. I have to give it to him. That's so generous. And like I haven't really seen anyone mention that. But like when I saw that in the pool, I was like, really? That's actually kind of gas. Okay. I mean, it's useless as hell for me, but like I can imagine.
I saw people expecting orbs for this event. The hammer event, I saw people asking like, where are the orbs? I'm like, they never said anything about orbs. Why are you expecting orbs in the pool?
Yeah.
It's a fucking quest for being able to get accessories. Come on.
You got 9 orbs for beating the quest. There you go.
No, 20.
Oh, 20, my bad. I forgot how many stages. I just guessed.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I just wanted to just add to the players complaining about lack of orbs. I'm like, bro, it's not even an event. Juice to farm orbs.
Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous. But not to hang on this point for too long, because it's been a little minute. I would like for us to move on to the next point. And would you mind reading that out for us, Death?
Yeah, sure. Arena and Chronicle quests. Alright. I'm very
Just
curious
skip it,
to
it
see
sucks.
what they're gonna do because I'm gonna
Just
be
skip it.
honest.
It sucks.
Okay,
Huh?
can you please kindly stop? Thank you. So, alright. Arena, let's be honest, that game mode, besides getting monthly seasons, actually, correction, almost seasons for like twice a month, the shop doesn't get updated. It's still buggy as hell. It's still annoying as fuck to even play sometimes, and like, the game mode can be fun, but Caleb are just choosing to ignore it and still release characters that can work in Arena overall, and just they don't even want to ban the modders. Seriously, I don't know what's gonna happen. What do you guys think?
Arena, bro. I still play it a lot. I've been playing it. I was actually playing it earlier during this podcast. I have so much to say about it, but it's just like too much to say. I don't want to yap, you know?
Say it's 3 big
Hey,
points.
if you
Three
want
big
to
points.
say stuff, feel free to, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
So arena modders, they're bad and all, but like you can easily beat them if you're like a good enough player or you're playing with friends. Playing with friends, this game is so much more better. It makes the experience so much more better. The servers on the other hand, for global servers, like if you're playing on Asia or Japan servers, you're not lagging whatsoever. It's just so much more smoother. But when you're playing on global servers, which everyone's playing on, the game is just hell to play. The rewards, mainly the pass is really bad. What else? The shop is like 215 orbs, I think. I'm not too sure, but it's like 115, I think. My fault. And then 50 orbs from clearing it each season. That's really good. Orbs are there is really good. I just wish like they updated and everything. And yeah.
I wish the orbs were cheaper to get. 2,000 of those points is so much work. Like, I don't even buy orbs from that shop anymore besides the cheap ones, because I'm like,
It wouldn't be a lot of work though. Like if everything works correctly and you have a reason why to play it, like not really like a reason. I don't want to be that guy, you know, to say like, oh, add this, add that, and stuff like that. But you know, here and there, like a fun event, maybe a new map, blah blah blah. You get this, you get some hammers on the way, you know, this and that, maybe a ticket, blah blah blah. That way, you know, if you play it, and everything works like nicely without lags and stuff like that, I think it wouldn't be that much of a work though. You know, getting 2K medals.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to add something. They should like put it like for achievements because it's not an achievement system at all.
Oh yeah, also that as well. Yeah.
I would also like to see, you know, keys that we can get from the achievement system just from playing Arena. But honestly, adding more orbs and making them a bit cheaper in the shop would actually be nice. But please, while we're at it, revamp the actual stuff and add some more stuff that you can get. Like, you can just get a 6-star ticket for like 2,000 medals, and that's it. Like, I'm not getting essence scrolls from this. I'm just getting stuff that will power up the character, and it's like, I don't get much value. I just do it for the orbs, and even then, it's a bit of a hassle just to complete all the missions, and you would still not be able to finish the shop out. It's way more grind heavy than PvP, and it's not even fun if you ask me. Coming from a guy that is in third seed, by the way.
So, I'd like to add something else. What was it? Shoot. Lano, go. I had to think about it. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
so
sure.
my big thing about Arena is, and like Sergey, I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. It confuses me as why they don't actually have a genuine incentive as to why you should play Arena. So like when I say that, right? Like every game mode in the game has like some kind of incentive for you to continue to come back. Like GQ, orbs, and the potential to, you know, show off your scores. That's a fair enough reason. Brave battles, being king of the hill, getting all the orbs from the shop and clearing out the shop. There's a lot of guys, they look forward to doing it a lot. I don't know why, but hey, I'm so serious. I don't get it. But like, I can't hate on it because like, I'm not the one having fun. They are, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what you call it? There's no real incentive. Like for me, one of the big things that like when Arena first came out, and like, actually, you probably know what I'm talking about with this, where they had all the promotional and competitive stuff on Twitter for like posting like your best scores or like your best runs and stuff like that. On Twitter. I don't know why they don't do that more. Imagine if like every like month, right, or every Arena season, the top player got a rainbow move source.
Oh my god, bro.
And then
I would
modders would just
actually be
win.
more motivated to play Arena, I'm gonna be honest.
People
Or
would just
even,
say,
or
"Okay,
even
mod."
the season leagues, you know, where you're like getting put into a season league with like 30 people. The first 5 gets like a little bit, you know, like maybe number 5
Or-
gets 50 orbs, the other guy gets
Yeah.
100, 150,
Yeah,
stuff like that, right?
make it more rewarding. Even by the end of the season, being able to get orbs, even move sources, if possible. Because like that would be good.
In my personal opinion, this is what I think. If you want to have a genuine incentive for Arena, all right, this season we're giving out a rainbow move source. Next season, we're gonna give a selector ticket where it's not select 10 and you get what you want. It's select whoever you want.
Yep.
And it's a ticket that has only 1,000-year Bloodwork characters. Just pick the one you want. There you go. That is an insanely good incentive because I don't think the incentive for every game mode should just be just put orbs in there. First of all, no. Like the game gives a ridiculous amount of orbs already. The game is missing giving other things. Focus on giving those other things. So like move sources, maybe you know what I'm saying? You win a 5-star ticket that lets you select which 5-star accessory you want. Imagine that.
The crazy thing. Sorry, go on. Finish.
Top turn in Arena that season. That's insane. That's an insane incentive.
And it wouldn't be a lot to give as well because only like 1 or 2 people get it. Or like not like 1 or 2, but you know, like only like a small percentage of the people would get it. Like a lot of people would play it, but like 10% gets it. You know, is it really like that much? Like it's not, right? Like but it still gives like an idea why to play it.
In Brave Battles, say what you want about Brave Battles. I think K-Lab handled Brave Battles very relatively well.
I was about to get there. I was about to get there because with Brave Battles, they actually handled how you can get a ticket that you can choose any character of your liking just by playing it, and you can still pick it up. There's still like less than 200 days left to pick it up. The 95 million download ticket. It still features the 8th anniversary characters if you guys like them. Quincy Ichigo, the Okioras. Like, it's still not a bad ticket. It did drop in value, but it's still good. I don't understand why Arena doesn't do any of that kind of stuff.
It confuses me. That the entire time I've seen Arena, the only thing I've ever said to myself is, like, sure, the orbs are there. There's a very good ass amount of orbs in Arena. I just don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I still have all my orbs from like my order. Like, you know how there's like 1,000 orbs that you can get just naturally? Yeah, I've only gotten maybe like 100 orbs. I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
Like, hell no. But yeah, that's my take on that. Extra, what were you gonna say?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, I forgot about it again. I'm gonna be honest with you.
God damn it.
Bro, I had it in my mind when you're talking, but then I forgot about it.
Modders or the queuing?
No, queuing's fine. What was it? So I guess this game was like mainly for bragging rights and like the little orbs you get and all the stuff. Like I'm the #1 Bambietta player for all 3 characters on all 3 regions.
Excuse me.
It's just mainly for bragging rights, I'm gonna be honest. It's super competitive still, especially high ranks.
All 3 regions?
Yeah, I'm #1 Bambietta in the game for all 3 units.
Nerd.
You don't call yourself the Bambi Sim for no reason.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, another Bambi's just in a month. I need to see him in Arena again. Get back in there.
And I do have 300,000 trophies on Chronicle Ichigo as well.
Oh hell no! Actually, I'm not surprised by that. He was like the best character in that game mode for quite a while.
Yeah.
Unohana dropped that soon.
Alright.
I would actually even argue to say that you can still use Ulk now that I think about it in Arena. Like, you still
Yeah,
have
no,
+2
Ulk's
with the
definitely
80
good.
SP boost. Yeah.
Yeah, you can still use most of the actual good SP units. It's not like Guild Quest where it's like, oh, and the only reason you're better than me is because you barely clear 3 seconds faster. You're so good, huh?
So the meta for Guild Quest for Arena is like it's super flexible. That's the thing I like about it. There's like not a specific character you need and a specific character you want. It's super flexible.
You can still use Bruno. You can still use 7th Anniversary Udu just fine.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of characters. The problem is you don't have an incentive. There's nothing rewarding. I sometimes do enjoy Arena, but sometimes the time I play it's like, yeah.
It's only
That's
good. It's
with
only good
friends.
with friends. Yeah, just with
Yeah,
friends
it's
only.
literally always with friends. That's the only time I ever play arena. I refuse to play like arena and solo queue. I would rather drink Bleach.
It's terrible, bro. I
I
promise
mean,
you.
aren't we already drinking Bleach by playing this game? Get it?
Let's
Because
go.
it's a Bleach
Well,
game.
man, bro, you get what I mean, though. It's terrible, bro.
I had
Like,
to.
I'm
I
struggling,
fucking
guys.
had to.
Like, bro, there's nothing worse than like loading into a match and it's day one, year one, 5-star my Yuri in your lobby, bro. I'll be shedding tears, dog. That shit is bad.
No way, man.
So it's like day one tech Retsu, and I'm just sitting there like, how much do you hate me, bro? Like, for OG speed soy phone, I'm like, oh.
So enough arena Chronicle quests. I'm gonna be honest, the game mode's dead. Achievement system kills it. The only thing that's viable is the 50 orbs and the what's it called?
Essence scrolls.
Yes,
Essence
scrolls.
skills. That's literally the only thing that's useful about it.
I also buy the gold and Soul Reaper scrolls because I'm always broke on those.
Same.
Wait, is there even
same,
gold
the
scrolls in
Silver
that one?
Scrolls.
Silver.
No, I need gold. I need the gold, but yeah, there's not in there.
Gold is
never
only
mind.
on epic raids.
I have too many
I-
golds actually. Now that I think about it, the only one I'm
Yeah.
always running out of is Soul Reaper, and that's just because they only drop Soul Reaper characters.
I mean, most of the best characters in the game are Soul Reapers to begin with, so I can pretty much see why.
Yeah.
So that game mode.
But yeah, what I would want them to actually start doing in Chronicle Quest is also just, at this point, increase the amount of rewards that we have existing. Like, I don't know, every single part you get how many Essence Scrolls? 5? Make it so that way you can get a lot more out of it. Like, I can get 20 Essence Scrolls from both part 1, 2, and 3, so like in total I can get like 60. Up the orbs a bit more, so that way it'll get players a bit more motivated to even farm it. Like, I don't even farm it as much. Like, what I do is just grab 2k fragments on both part 2 and 3, and then I get 3k fragments on part 1. Like, I don't even grind it as heavy, and it only takes me like 1 to 2 days, and then that's it. I'm basically done. It's pretty much a fucking dead game mode because I'm getting most of my small medium scrolls from the achievement system.
Yeah, achievement system just killed it completely.
Also, I refuse to stop dying on this hill. Get rid of the bonus system. I don't care. Just get rid of it.
Yes.
It's worthless. It's useless.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
just like
For
one
a
event.
second, I thought you meant the achievement system. I was like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, oh, wait,
No.
I know what you mean now. Never mind.
Yeah.
Classic Tony, man. I'm not surprised.
I haven't been since 3 a.m. Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, the Chronicle Quest bonus list, it annoys me so much. Less because you have to have bonus characters, more specifically because you're forced to play with them. I don't want to play with a single one of those characters. I don't care. I don't care what the reason is. I don't want to play with them. All of them are terrible. Like, name me one of those characters that's a good experience to play that you're not coping.
I
Momo.
like playing Fullbring Ichigo.
Fullbring Ichigo is just nostalgia, right?
The
Like
attack
it's
one.
fine.
Need Chad.
But that's it, really.
Yeah, use him in brave battles.
You know what
He's a
I heard a
goat.
lot of? I heard a lot of hope, and I heard one lie.
Yes, okay, I'm coping, but I still like the character.
Yep.
I
Same.
heard, no, we're not skipping past that. Extra really just tried to slide in there that mind Momo with fun. Yeah, alright, bro.
Bro,
No.
big Momos are good.
Momo is
Don't
fine,
sleep.
man. Every Momo is good. Trust.
Trust.
Nah,
I mean,
you guys are right.
Trust.
This is
I've never heard Extra lie once in his life.
Yep.
Hey, see, look at that.
Yep.
That man
That's
said Bandietta's
cap,
best
that's
friend.
cap.
Like,
Best technique character still in the game. Grammy who? I don't feel bad.
Until
What?
Technic
Come on now,
Yoruichi.
bro. Remy better get
Hey,
your
Grammy.
I don't know who told this man
Remy
to lie to
sucks.
call her like best female when she's not even bottom threes. Like, hello.
Oh my god, Lano. Get out of here.
Like,
There's like bottom 3 females
Okay,
in Bleach.
but
That's
I did-
crazy.
Okay, I'm serious. Context, going back on it. Bro, Caleb, why do you still do that periodic shit of ×2 fragments? How about
oh yeah.
1, you eliminate the bonus system. Get it the fuck out of here. I'm so done with
Please.
that. Let me just use my favorite characters. Whoever it is, like, let me use, I don't know, my 8th anniversary Ichigo, my Mugetsu, all those other fucking characters. And 2, I don't know, bro, make him guarantee fragments. Like, a single ticket run, I get 200 fragments. Okay? I do a ×12 run, You guys get it. I basically get like 2,400. I fucking prefer that, honestly. Every times 12 run I would do, that would be so good. So that way I can be done with this terrible game mode, move on, and just go back to farming the point event, farming super length slot potions. I can just do whatever the hell I want, not keep myself relegated. And again, get rid of the temporary ×2 fragment bonus and just make it permanent. Honestly, it just makes no sense. It really doesn't.
I personally think they shouldn't just even touch Chronicle Quest at all. I think they should just let it, let it die. Like no cap, yeah, 100%. I don't think there are things that they could change to make the game mode, fun by any means. Maybe it would be like autoable or whatever, but no one really cares about that. I think they should just focus on something else, like other parts of the game. Put that effort somewhere else. I think the Chronicle Quest game mode by itself, when it came out, wasn't really like that good of an idea, but
it never was.
I have never heard, like, I personally say that, like, I have never heard anyone saying like, "Oh, Chronicle Quest is good." Oh yeah, this is fun. Oh yeah,
the exchange shop is good.
It never was.
Okay, but those are like the rewards.
I know that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and those are only the rewards. Why not put those efforts like somewhere else that can be good? If you know what I mean. Yeah, this one, like, how do you make it good? Like, okay, you eliminate the bonuses, no diff. It's still the same thing. If you know what I mean. You give more rewards. It's the same thing.
Put it in Senkamon. Put the rewards in Senkamon.
Yeah, exactly. Or do like a new tower or whatever. That can be fun.
Senkamon, I need a new fucking tower already.
Tuki, what do you think about this whole thing?
Because you haven't been talking. You good?
No, he's just tired.
I'm sleepy. I mean, I was kind of sleeping.
No, you're good.
Chronicle Quest is there, man. I not play Chronicle Quest for 2 or 3 months. I'm just taking the tickets and the orbs because we don't need the scrolls anymore from Chronicle Quest. We got enough daily scrolls, so... Caleb, as Surugi said, Caleb is not caring about Chronicle Quest, never updated the bonus on that quest, and we are using dinosaurs to play this quest. This is a joke.
It is. But I can see, I respect y'all's point of view. Like, no disrespect or anything.
I can see that. Yeah. Allocating the resources somewhere else would probably be the wiser decision. Can't help but like still say it bothers the hell out of me though. But that is actually a really good point. If they could get rid of Chronicle Quest altogether and just like spread all the stuff in Chronicle Quest in like I don't know, like a new Senkaimon or something, or like give you an extra stage of Senkaimon that you can do, but you can only get stuff from Chronicle Quest as rewards.
Since we're at it, also update the shop in Senkaimon Quest. And while we're at it, just add the Senkaimon Chad. Like, we know you're not gonna do any more stages to Gates of Oblivion, so you may as well add the ticket. I'm very annoyed that I cannot 5-5 the power and the tech one right now because of your bullshit, Caleb. Come on. Is it that hard? Is it really that hard?
Honestly, I can't wait for the Senkaimon change to just be them adding, like, one thing to the exchange shop and calling it quits.
I'll even take the Senkaimon Chad and be happy with it, bro. That's still one of the best links in the game.
It's gonna be Zangetsu link or something.
Just add Chad into the shop where you can buy Island and call it.
That would be better. Because, like, Senkaimon Aizen is just... He's been replaced.
Senkaimon Aizen is not even a good link anymore. That's the sad part. It died ever since Very Hard Guild Quest came.
Ooh, that shit is terrible, bro. Okay, but let's not linger on this topic for too long.
Yeah, the next topic. If you want, you can present it this time, Lano.
All right. Let me just scroll up to the. All right, there we go. All right. Are there too many 1,000-year Blood Wars banners? When and if they'll become premium units? Okay, so this one I want to start this off by saying. Actually, you know what? I'll give my thoughts on it afterwards. What do you boys think? Are there too many 1,000-year Blood War banners?
Yes. I think there's
after anniversary, yes. After anniversary, yes. There's just too much.
I'm gonna be honest, giving my complete and honest opinion. Alright, it's really good that we're getting 1,000-year blower banners after years of drought, but even I think having a 1,000-year blower banner back to back to back to back is very unhealthy, even more so when the characters themselves are limited. Like, you still cannot pull them from BBS tickets. when Choose a 5-star summons come out for like end of year, they're not getting added in there. Like 1,000-year blower characters don't come back as fillers in any given banner, so it's like that's a whole problem. So like, why do you even do this? Like, if you're gonna make the characters limited, then I prefer a periodic release. Like, we get 1,000-year blower banner once every 3 months, which is healthy, gives time to save, and gets ready for people to summon again. Like, we get the 1,000-year blower banner in end of year, then March, or Golden Week, and then Anniversary, and then probably somewhere in between September, October, and then end of year once again. I think it'd be a bit more healthy, and it'll give us a bit of a break for people to summon on. And then the other banners can be seasonals, premiums. When was the last time? Has it actually been over a year and a half now since the last premium banner?
That's the Nelio banner.
Yeah, oh my
Nelio
god.
banner for a month.
Oh my fucking god, that's how annoying. And I'm gonna be honest, ever since Golden Week, the fact that I've been summoning on every single banner, I'm feeling way too burnt out. I seriously am.
Yeah, I agree with that one too. I'm not gonna hold you. So I look at it as two things. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? So like, one, it's kind of necessary for them to keep doing 1,000-year Blood War banners, mainly because of like the contracts and shit like that, and the deals behind the doors for the licensings for 1,000-year Blood War. Right now, 1,000-year Blood War as a license is separate from just Bleach. So it's Bleach, and then it's Bleach 1,000-year Blood War. And right now, Bleach 1,000-year Blood War as a license is a hot commodity. And as more people are requesting it, and as it continues to rise in popularity, like, more people are going to be wanting to buy the rights for the licensing, which is only going to make it more expensive. So K-Lab has to pretty much get their bang for their buck and maximize their profit as much as possible. But again, this is a double-edged sword. This is a double-edged sword because like, it is burning people out. I have not actually genuinely skipped a banner. I think in this entire year, and I say skip when like air quotes, like skip a banner, like maybe like 2 of them, maybe like 2 or 3 of them, all year. All year, I've been summoning on every banner. I have Mask, Candace, Rukia, Soifon, what's his name? Stupid ass. Byakuya. Like, think of any of the meta GQ characters that's come out this year, minus Misaki. I have all of them. I haven't been able to skip because not only are the quality of characters just significantly better, it's your options to skip characters now are super limited because not only is it like a bunch of 1,000-year Blood War characters, they're also like hyper limited in terms of their killer and their use. So like Candace, you have to summon for Candace. Why? Because either you summon for Candace, or you summon for Tech 1,000-year Blood War Bambi, or you summon for 6th Anniversary Aizen, or you just don't do Range Captain ever. And that's how it's been for like last year.
And guess what? Bambi barely clears at 1-5. 6th Annie Aizen, same fucking thing. And guess what characters does it at 1-5? Candace. That's not good. That's like not good at all.
That's my thing. Like, it's give and take, but then like they take away as many options as possible. So like the only good characters are the 1,000-year Blood War characters, plus the fact that the only characters that are coming out are the 1,000-year Blood War characters. And what makes it even worse is the 1,000-year Blood War characters are all coming out within the same year span of each other and just replacing each other. So yeah, it's like it's too much for me. And like them not being premium, I'm gonna have to say any 1,000-year Blood War character that isn't based off the manga is not becoming a premium character ever. Ever, ever, ever. And the only reason why is because it's a completely different license.
They're manga characters. They're not anime characters.
Yep. Which is ass backwards because the anime characters are supposed to be the ones that are supposed to be going into like the premium pool. Because that was the whole thing of premium characters. They were characters that aired in the anime. And the whole thing about the limited banners were they were characters that didn't air in the anime.
I'm pretty sure it's just because the licensing is so expensive, they don't want to give away in tickets.
Yeah, but at the same time, this is also a bit contradictory, no? Because we have the Brave bonus stuff where you can pull 1,000-year blower characters! Manga ones
yeah,
at
Resurrected. which are resurrected, which are old, which you would never summon for nowadays, anyways. Because who would be like, oh, I'm summoning on this banner for Power Toshiro?
Sorry, Leno.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, not. I was saying not unless you're gonna force yourself to. Like a lot, like a lot of people won't be honest. A lot of these characters, it's not that they can't be used. It's that like you have to put yourself in a situation where you're gonna have to use. Which is why they're not good to begin with. Which is why no one even summons for these characters. That's why like it doesn't matter that they're in the Brave Battle bonuses because like realistically speaking, there's maybe 3 of them that are actually meta.
Yeah,
and that's probably Candace, Grammy, and fucking what's his stupid ass face? Lilibaro.
Yeah, Lily. But the whole point is so okay. We have those manga characters in there, which you guys can pull. This shows that Caleb can actually put in the effort to even put the limited characters in tickets. So why is it not available for like the character passport stuff? Like that's kind of stupid that you cannot pick up any of the resurrectable ones. Like if I were missing Tenjiro55, I want to be able to 5-5 him. I have the character passport, yet I can't do that. Why? Because he's not there to pick up. And he had a character pack before then. So I don't get why. And also we had recently that the best choose a 5-star ticket where you can pick 1,000-year blower characters. The sad part about this is don't expect those 1,000-year blower characters to be back on choose a 6-star. And I'm gonna be honest, since Caleb can actually go out of their way to add the 1,000-year blower characters in specific tickets, even having special tickets where you can pull 1,000-year blower characters, just start adding them to the premium pool at this point. You can pull from BBS tickets, like as unfeatured, like even in choose a 6-star, they should be available at this point, especially since the new ones are anime characters.
Yep. I don't know, like so like my big thing is it kind of sucks just because I have to kind of defend Caleb on this one, even though I don't really want to. It's not as simple as just like changing the pack overnight that's gonna save it, because there's like a lot of legitimacy that goes into changing these things. Even like a pack in the store, like they have to check with Google, it has to be approved. They have to make sure they're not breaking any laws or they're not overstepping on anything. Like changing stuff that's in the store, that's already in the store, is not as simple as just like signing a piece of paper and it's technically, but there's a lot of like logistics and like bullshit that goes into it before anything gets changed. So I'm not surprised by that. That doesn't surprise me. It just kind of sucks.
Passport ticket, right?
Yeah. So it just kind of sucks. I was hoping like if they were gonna be doing these changes, like they would announce it during like let's say they announce it during April, during like Golden Week. They announce it, but then they execute it during anniversary, so that they're bringing in their profits as much as possible. Because I'm pretty sure the most money BBS makes is April to July and October to December. So like if they were to, start making those changes when they're maximizing the profits, then that would be dope. But it's been 9 years, we haven't seen that, so I'll just wait to see. But hopefully we can get some kind of change like that. But I do understand it's not easy to change the price of stuff in the store. Like they will get sued out their ass. Google and Apple, they don't play about that.
They don't.
Yeah.
Holy.
But yeah, that's a hard on this topic for too long. Does anyone else have anything to say about this? Feel free to say anything you like.
Not really.
I should like to say something about 1,000-year World Warfare banners. You said more or less the same, but I just hope that they're gonna stop making every time mid-month, end of month, mid-month, end of month. This is completely out of place.
Adding a couple of seasonal banners or premiums in between wouldn't be bad. The schedule other than that, though, for me is fine as well. It keeps the game alive. It keeps the people going in there. They watching the episodes every week. They see a new unit in there. It's fine. Adding like 1,000-year every month, every 2 months is not bad. But every banner being that one, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the mid-month's not well.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I still summoned on Candace because I'm a massive Candace fan. I was very annoyed. I was very annoyed she was at mid-month because in the back of my head, I'm like, bro, I just summoned back-to-back on 2,000-year Blood War banners, dog. Why am I summoning on another one and there's another one at the end of the month? Like, bro, come on. Bro, we got one premium banner in the last like 6 months, I think. Not counting anniversary.
What the fuck was the last one before the 3 captains, bro? I don't even remember. That's the fucking issue.
The Rukia Aaron Arrow, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless you count Mugetsu.
Wait, no. Visor Ichigo and Grimjaw. There we go.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, I had the months backwards.
Well, technically Mugetsu, but I count him as anniversary, not premium. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't count him as premium because they refuse to put him in any banners ever, and like they treat him more limited than the actual limited characters. So like, I don't know.
Shinsui came back before Mugetsu. That's crazy.
Yeah. There's some premium characters that I genuinely like, and I mean it so seriously. I don't consider them premium. If you're an anniversary character, I don't consider you a character. I don't care what anyone says. They're so limited, it's not even funny. When was the last time you ever saw Mugetsu or like 7th anniversary Ichigo on a banner?
True, they have not been in a banner for like a while now, but the 8th anniversary characters are being a bit more common too.
Now let me follow up with this one.
Go on.
When was the last time you saw Tech Chojuro, the 1000-Year Blood War one, on the banner?
Literally
Wasn't
not too long ago.
Yeah,
It was like a month or so ago.
Like
he wasn't.
Oh wait, the banner's gone now, but he was back on the anime return banner with Byakuya, Renji, and Rukia, and before that, he became a filler in Anniversary Part 2.
Yeah.
Nope. But you kind of see my point now. You see the 1000-Year Blood War limited character more than you see the premium, like, anniversary character.
To be fair, it's because they're rerunning so much 1000-Year Blood War. That's why.
Yeah, and eventually we get more characters. The fact that we're getting a lot of 1000-Year Blood War characters every single fucking banner just means that they'll become fillers a lot more often.
Even outside of that, consider this. Like, remember, like 2 years ago when like Brave Fest was like the way how they would bring back the anniversary characters. How often did you see a Brave Fest compared to even like a Safwi banner?
I don't know that often. You see
Not
like one
often.
at like November and one in like January, February, depending, and that's mainly about
I
it.
don't
though.
think we even had one before. Wait, no, we did have one before the start of the anniversary of Brave Fest with both White and 8th and Ichigo.
Yeah, there's a big.
But that just goes to show I don't even believe those characters are even really premium like that. I don't even see them in the tickets like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I pulled the Grammy the other day. Like, bro, that's the first anniversary character I pulled out of tickets in like a year that wasn't like a worthless dupe.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
What's the?
Anything else you guys want to add?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, boys.
The final topic. It's going to be in regards to the power-up system, which we still have no release date. It's coming, but I do reckon it's going to come before the end of the year, but I could be very wrong, so do not quote me on that, okay? What will the power-up system need to be a great addition to powering up units, and how will you be able to upgrade this new system?
Before I even say anything, I'm very curious on what you guys think about this, like, actually.
Just go down the line, I guess.
Who wants to go first?
Just go down the line.
So I would just like for characters to get like higher berserker, higher bruiser, guard break, hidden enemies will be nice, and yeah, more stats I guess, like transcendence. Yeah. That's what I can expect.
For me, alright. How we can upgrade this new system. It's going to be interesting. It's going to require some new power-up materials and some new quests, so you know what they say, new quest comes with new orbs, which is good.
I am truly hoping that it will be a co-op mission. If it's not a co-op mission, then there is like, you know, I mean, bro, like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you, man. Like, if there is no co-op for an endgame to form, even with a new power-up system, then like what? Then like what's the point, man? You know?
Yeah, content's super easy already.
Like, maybe some people prefer single-player missions more. I get that 100%.
I mean, they can make a watered-down version of single-player.
Right?
Make a watered-down one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, single-player juicers are fun, man. Like limit breakers, shit like that. Yeah, but the whole entire game, even before, like back in the days, was always like focusing on the co-op side, right? Like when you were farming raid units, right? You went into the co-op. You had the option to farm it in single-player, but you did it in co-op, though. You got more drops, right? IZ, same thing. IT, same thing. Epic raids, blah blah blah.
I want to follow up on your suggestion, Sudoku. What if we're getting these new type of resources, it's not just the new co-op quest, but also epic grades. Because if you really look at it this way, epic grades has kind of died down a little bit ever since the new stuff. So
100%.
like bringing the new resource materials into epic grades, it'll breathe a new breath of fresh air into the
100%. Spreading it out a little bit, like the new type of material, like here and there, just putting it like a little bit, you know, into the Chronicle quest, into the achievements, maybe not. I don't know, because you know, if they go overboard,
don't put it in the achievements. It trivializes everything. I don't like about the achievement system.
Maybe.
Just don't put it in the achievements
Yeah,
system. A lot of
don't,
people are gonna be
don't.
like, oh no, please, I don't want to find it. Like,
Yeah.
bro, stop being a lazy
Yeah.
ass. Just get to it.
I'm sorry that it's bad for the game. No, it is actually bad for the game.
I agree.
Everything. You don't want that. You need an incentive for you to come back. Otherwise, you're just stay logged off. And then that's what you're gonna do. You might as well have never played the game.
They could copy, honestly, they could copy the same format that they used to do with IT as well. That, like, you know, you have like a weekly mission in single player, you do it like 5 times, blah, blah, blah. You know, you have a little bit of potions in the Epic Raid shop, you have a little bit of, you know, in the Chronicles.
I am afraid of that you're saying, guys, that they're gonna do the same that happened with the super potions, that at the beginning we only have per one.
In one time.
I don't think that's gonna be the case. I'm gonna be honest. Like, we've
hope
gone
not.
past
I
that.
hope
Traumatic.
I hope they wouldn't be foolish enough to make the same mistake without considering the implications first.
I
They're not gonna
personally think that it's gonna be one or the other. So, or it's gonna be one time, but it's available every single day, every single time. Or it's gonna be 5 times farming, but it's only available for like 3 hours, you know, periodically, right? Like, you have it like for 3 hours now it goes away. I think it's gonna be one or the other.
I am agree with you, Tsurugi. Probably not gonna be something that's gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
Especially if we're gonna take into consideration that we're talking permanent upgrades for every single attribute. What this new power-up system, whether it's gonna be a permanent increase to Berserker, like, think about this real quick, right? Remy has like, what, 70% Berserker? Once you get it maxed out for tech, what are we looking at? Like 50%? Grammy's just gonna have fucking 80, 90, 100. 120% Berserker added permanently to his character without accessories or anything. So they're gonna do something to make this power-up system a bitch just to even power up the overall thing.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, by the way. Like 120 Berserker is actually absurd. That's gonna apply to even the old units too. So like a lot of the old units.
Yeah, a lot of the old units are gonna come back as well. This is why I like the new power-up system.
What would you guys prefer though? Like, let's just say if you have to choose between doing it with 1 ticket, but the event is always available, or you can farm it with 5, but it's only available for like 3 hours now, it goes away, comes back again later, stuff like that, you know, every day.
I would just rather farm it at one time because it's one of those things where it's permanent and it applies to every single character. I'm always gonna come back later regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one time for me, I'm gonna be honest.
Because like it's gonna come back anyways. As time progresses, my progress will increase, and I won't hyper farm it and burn myself up. Because if there's one thing I will say, that like I'm glad K-Lab is doing a better job at managing, but I also take points away from them bringing back Brawl Quest, is bringing back things that trivialize the game when you farm them. I don't like that. Like when Brawl Quest first came out and it was 1,000 tickets and they were farming all those pots and then they didn't need pots for like 6 months, that was never a good thing. The player retention for the game dropped through the fucking dirt. I'm pretty sure during that period, like, even though it was anniversary, BBF was not doing that good. Like, stuff like that isn't good for the game, even though it's convenient for the player. And I hope it's just one time and you have to come back later.
Yeah,
because it's permanent and you'll keep progressing.
Really, I have to be honest, while the achievement system is really good with easing a lot of shit, I don't like how a lot of the players sentimentality, is that the right term? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A lot of people's way of thinking has changed into being actually lazy. Like, I've had some comments saying that Inheritance Trials is actually freaking pointless. Link Slot Trials is actually useless to grind and doing everything. Like, a lot of that kind of shit when you just max it out yourself, and of course it's going to be like that. But eventually, once you start working on your units and you run out, guess what? You'll have to farm it up. Or you just don't log into the game and just let that thing stack up. And then you can start working on your units again. Like, see what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep. Like, so like, it's again, I'm gonna use the phrase, it's a double-edged sword because it works both ways. Although, so from my particular case, right, I'll use myself as an example just because that's the best example I can think of off the top of my head. The way how I farm the game is I don't get on and burn my tickets just because I need to burn my ticket. Fuck no. Like, when I get on, I farm what I need, and I only farm when I need something. So, like, the achievement system is more of a boost for me than it is, like, making the whole thing become trivialized. The only time it becomes trivialized is, like, when there's literally nothing to work on, but I haven't had a month like that in almost a year, so, like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of those people, they aren't looking at the fact that they've been playing for years, because a lot of the people are usually vets. But when I hear them say it, it sounds like so stupid the way how they say it, because I don't think they hear themselves. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's useless because I worked on all my characters, so now this game mode is worthless, and this achievement system isn't that good. You over-farmed, you idiot. You worked on everything. Why are you surprised you have nothing?
That's what happens.
I have nothing to do. But I'm just chilling.
Bro, looking at it into this perspective, you 100% any fucking single-player game, of course there's gonna be nothing else to do. It's the same goddamn logic!
Yeah.
It's the same logic. I don't understand people who say that, because, like, you're not making any sense. You went out of your way to pre-farm everything already. Dog, you don't need to farm anything. Why are you telling other people it's useless because you don't have to farm? That doesn't make sense. That's actually
especially
dumb.
for new
That is
players.
actually
They
dumb.
come in, they got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah, because, like, the great thing about the achievement system, why, again, double-edged sword, is because it gives players something to work towards. You have something you need to upgrade and work all the time that will make your life easier the more you play. So even then, when you're a new player, you have to play a lot in order to even get access to the achievement system, much less benefiting from it, right? So for them, it's not an issue. I just hate when I hear veterans utter the stupid words of, oh, yeah, it is useless. I don't have to farm anything. Either you're not working on anything, which is why you think it's useless, or you already worked on everything. Which either way, you're an idiot. Like, I genuinely don't get that. Every time I hear it, it sounds as stupid as the first time I heard it. I'm like, oh, what? But yeah, where's the user? But yeah, hopefully it's only one time.
Let's see. Like, honestly, besides that, the skills I would want. Alright, maybe SP boost is a bit of a long stretch, but like, imagine just from the overall power-up system, you just get 50% SP boost.
Ooh.
Like, fucking imagine that. With
I mean,
that,
I take that.
not only is gonna kill off the the freaking 80% SP items, but like, it's also bringing life into a lot of the older characters. And guess what? Even characters that have gotten resurrected, that got the SP boost, like the Mind Remy, Speed, Bazby, they'll just become even better. And of course, the more recent units too.
You mean like permanent, or you mean like
permanent?
Like
permanent. I mean, like,
oh my God,
hold on, yeah, like, you know, once you get that unlocked through the new power-up system, you unlock the 50% SP boost, which is gonna be permanent to every character. Not only is it gonna be buffing off the new characters, it's also gonna help out a lot of the older ones.
So when I say permanent, I think I need to rephrase the way I just said that. When I say permanent, I mean, is it like you need to apply it the same way you would the 80% SP boost, so you have access to it, but you
still
have to
apply the SP boost is what I mean, but like,
or like it's just active off rip always.
Hold on. I don't think I phrased myself with permanently. I mean permanently when you unlock the power-up system. Like, it's saying it's a permanent skill to your character. And will
you still need to apply it.
My bad for not phrasing myself correctly.
I thought you were saying like not only is it a skill, once you start the quest, it's immediately active and you don't have to
No. By that I mean once you start the quest, let's say a unit already has 80% SP boost, right? You'll basically have like 130% SP boost once you inflict an ailment, is what I meant to say.
I don't know.
And then the characters with 50% SP, it'll be 100%.
Maybe something like SP boost or attack boost is not really gonna happen, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be like, probably not gonna happen. The reason why is not because I don't want it or like whatever, you know, I'm on the same side, it's cool, it's very nice, but you know, there are like a lot of units that cannot inflict status ailments, so maybe they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, if we want to take it that way, the same thing can be said for damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. But basic stuff like, you know, like Bruiser, Berserker, stuff like that, you know, Devastation.
Yeah,
these
that
probably
can be really good.
Yeah.
Bro, that's actually funny to think because having Bruiser on an SP character, that's gonna be crazy.
I mean, there are still some, you know.
Of course,
like,
yes. I'm not disregarding that at all, but it'd be funny if you could run Hybrid again. Okay. I don't think I need to add anything else. You guys want to say anything else?
Thank you to be here. Thank you to still play Bleach Brave Souls, and thank you to share BBS content.
No, I mean the topic. Like
Turkey is out of here.
That's one of my topics, guys.
Yo, when I say this bloopers list is about to go insane, bro.
We enjoyed the anime today, nowadays, and it's time of us. Not only us for sure, but we made it the important part keeping BBS alive, and I want to say thanks.
Alright.
Well, I guess the only thing I'd like to say is just thank you to the community. I want you guys to always remember, we are winners because we made history. We're the first community that ever brought back like one of the major big three shows from cancellation by playing a gacha game, bro. We are up, dog. And the community is only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. Just we really appreciate you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, like, anything that we said was helpful. If there's anyone at K-Lab that's watching, hopefully things that we said were, you know, good enough that you guys could use it for further updates. Just really want to appreciate you guys for coming through. And I also really want to thank all of you guys for also like hosting this episode with us. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out your day. I know you guys are busy. So,
yeah, a big thanks to
Thank you
for
the invite,
game, honestly. It was great. This is the first time we are actually in 6, and if we can get more people in here, that'd be great, honestly. I appreciate all of you guys for coming by.
5-hour episodes.
No, but just like what Tuki said, thank you guys. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Like, it's, you know, it might sound like sentimental or whatever, but it's true though. You know, like what Tuki said is true though, 100%.
We're all homies here. Don't worry, man.
Appreciate it, well, boy. Appreciate it. You know, me and Death, we had this conversation like before we ever decided to even do the podcast. We actually like sat down and we were kind of talking about it and flaking on each other about the podcast for like a solid month before we did it. But I'm glad we did it because it gave us for me and him, I feel like it's a very great opportunity for us to not only connect with the community, but get the community connected with each other. Because like,
yes.
I don't believe in a community divided. I believe in a community that works together in benefit of each other, for each other, without trying to have some kind of selfish ulterior motive, just doing it because we care. Like, Bleach is my favorite anime. I'm glad it's back. I remember all 7 years of getting duped and dogged on for it being my favorite. I didn't forget about it. All the Naruto fans, no, I didn't forget. I did not forget that. So, you know, I'm just happy. Bleach is in a really good place. Hopefully, Kudo stops trolling us and actually draw something, lazy bum. Anyways, but yeah, thank you guys for coming through.
And thank you for the invite, man. It was fun.
Yeah, thank you. Easily. All right. That was the end of the podcast. All I want to say is for the people that tuned in, thank you guys for coming by. It was definitely great for you guys to listen in. Of course, even with the premiere gone, this video will still be live for you guys to tune in Like, you guys can just, I don't know, be playing a video game, reading a book, listening to something else, studying something. Like, just, it's a little something to have on your back mind while doing something, which is always going to be a pleasure. And for you guys for coming by, I'm going to say again, I'm very appreciative of you guys for coming by. Like, it means a lot, and it just also is another way to bond with each other, I'm going to be honest.
Yep.
Make sure to subscribe to all of our channels. We're all YouTubers here. Well, Nano has to put in a bit more work, but hey, he's still doing it.
hey, I uploaded a month ago, bro. I uploaded stuff now. Yeah. You know, I have like 3 videos in backlog that I haven't uploaded. If you guys, you know, show me some love, bro. Like, I promise you, you guys showing love is a motivator for me. But like, when you guys don't say anything, I just don't. There's no upload. I'm telling you, I have so many videos from like years ago that I still have on my phone. I never uploaded.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I was saying, subscribe to every one of us, hit the bell notification, smash that like button, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. So, peace out, boys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye.
Bye.
Alright, I'm gonna keep mine relatively short and simple meta. Besides, retaking most of what extra just stated, guild quests and limit breaker, but limit breaker, it's only gonna be for like 1 month and that's it. You need to be a good lead, you need to have good strong attacks, you need to have a good set of skills, otherwise you're just not meta, and you're not gonna be too crazy good of a unit in the game. And Lino just fucking dipped. We're back to making bloopers now. I'm gonna wait for him to come back on, just to repeat.
I don't know why he didn't just mute.
Thank God today's Friday. Oh, by the way, I did the pre-multi. I got absolutely nothing.
I did 50 tickets, and I got Jushiro and his little kids. Whoever they are.
Little kids.
I don't know what they are. I forgot what they're called. Are those Hashikai or whatever?
Zanpakuto.
What the fuck was it called? Sogyo no Kotowari?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that? How do you remember?
My bad. My little brother just called me. I have to let him know that I'm recording right now.
Yeah.
Who just finished?
Alright, I was talking. I can just restate my thing. Alright. Basically, to put it into context, when you're playing as SP character. Oh, okay. Something happened. I think Tuki DC.
Tuki.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably fell asleep.
Oh damn.
Maybe it's a power outage because he's inactive on Discord as well.
Like if you go through my, you know what? Matter of motherfucking fact, I got you. We're gonna do it.
Oh, you're seriously gonna start a screen share? Okay, then I guess I have to include this now. But your screen is not even working out, man.
Of course it's not, because why would it need to be?
Nah, there will be a lot of editing, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yup.
Wait, were you guys even able to hear me?
No.
Nope.
No, because the whole Discord bug.
I was sitting there talking to myself the entire time.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, that's another blooper bit to add at the end of the video.
Hello?
Yeah, Lano, just forget the whole stream thing. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. No.
Okay. So my point is this.